Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. We are Monday, 23rd September 2024. I'm looking at this Bandai 30 minutes mission kit. This is the Baskyrotto Brown. I think I pronounced that right. It's a 144 scale Mecha, but the 30 mission stuff scales relatively okay with 118. This one scales better because it is not as tall as the other 30 minutes missions one, which is fantastic. Quick look at the box. Looks pretty cool on the front, has to be said. On the side, you can see what you get, how it sets up. Looks pretty nice. You can get attachments to add to it for extra guns and whatnot. Very, very cool. And it tells you the height is about 11 cm. The other one's around 12 cm. So actually, it's better scaled for our 118. Very, very cool indeed. Well, I've built this already, so there's going to be no sort of pausing and be right back, and no time-lapse build. But I will put the box down and show you, so you get this awesome-looking mech here. I think it looks really good. There are some minor issues with it, which I'll talk about in a second. And it also comes with this other minor little walking mechy thingy here. And you get a whole bag of spare connectors and parts, which is nice to have as well. It is really quite nice. I think it's probably the best scaled 30 minutes mission set for 118 scale in terms of actual comparing to a figure. We'll look at that comparison a bit later. Very nice looking indeed. Please consider joining the Patreon. Link in the top right of the screen now. You can see all the videos before they publish on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too, including one happening this month. Bear in mind, we are the 23rd today, so a prize draw will be happening probably this week. If not, then I'll do it on Monday the 30th of September. Okay, so let's bring it in for a close look. I'll zoom out again. Let's bring the small part in first. Very simple. There's a little clear or transparent yellow plastic thing in there. You can see it's like the eye. If I put this, there we go. See there. It's pretty nice. This only articulation is the hips move forwards and backwards. The head can turn, and you can take the head off. That part is important because you can swap this head with the other head, but not vice versa, which is a shame. Now let's bring in the star of the show. Get a nice focus gone there. Does look nice. Does need some paint apps done to it, but I think this is a great looking battle robot for your 118 scale with a nice shield as well. I just wish those parts came open and closed like sort of claw or scissors. Looks very good. So the gun's very nice. So articulation, we go from top to bottom. The only thing downside with this one is it tends to pop out parts quite easily. They pop out sometimes. So the head, we've got a left, right, we've got up, down, got a side to side because it's a ball. The shoulders do go all the way around. There's a ball joint, so you do get a shoulder roll as well. Then lateral raise, you can go over flat, which is fantastic. There is a bicep swivel, that's from the shoulders, but there is a bicep swivel. And then the bicep, if he's not got the gun in his hand, gets over 90, which is fantastic. And the hands are on a ball, so there's articulation in each direction. Then you've got the trunk. The trunk pops off. It's on the ball, as you can see. You get a small backwards forward, small side to side and turn. Then you've got another turn here. The waist is not much, just a turn. Hips is pretty much full splits to the side. And the way it's done, you get full splits forwards and backwards. You get a nice double kneecap, and look how tight that is. That's just ridiculous for the chunkiness. Move the shield out the way. And you've got these massive feet. A little bit stiffer perhaps. We've got a turn, you've got a swivel, you've got a tippy toe and a dorsiflexation. So the articulation is actually really very good on this. But as I said, parts do tend to pop out of joint a bit too easily. But it is a kit, not a dedicated action figure, so we kind of expect that to happen. In terms of size, they said 11 cm. I'm making this Yeah, around, but to the top of the head is around about 11 cm on the dot. So we're looking at about under 4.5 inches. Now, if we compare this to a couple of figures, so if I use a smaller figure, I use one of the Marines from Halo. I've got loads of these. In fact, I think I'll make a video about that afterwards. So I picked up a few the other day, and I've got a few more in my shopping basket. These are second hand. A lot of them. You see, it scales really well with the Halo Marines as like a battle robot. If I scale it with my Acid Rainbow Narinu Sentinel, who's obviously bigger than the Halos, the Halo stuff's quite small, or small in comparison, still scales well, as you can see. And if I use my the Putinator from Joy Toy, also Reggio the Risen with a custom Vladimir Putin Terminate head on, again it scales well. So I think this is probably my favourite 30-minute missions kit to work with 118 as a battle robot. I think it looks really quite good. You put some paint on that to match your figures. We're going to add some green, like this guy's got the green armour and the sort of sand camo underneath. Or we're going to repaint it completely to a different colour. It's up to you. I think it fits pretty good. It's a nice figure, and you've got a couple of options for hands as well. So you've got the gripping hand, open hand, and I think there was a fist hand as well. But I love the fact that the gun does have a indented barrel, which is quite nice. But you've got to squeeze that together a bit more, I think. Very, very cool kit. And you can articulate the shield in front very nicely as well. And the thing that I need to show you last of all is just swapping the heads around. So this one is just a very small ball joint, so it'll pop out very easily, or not much struggle. This one is not a ball joint, it's just a straight pin. But this one doesn't really fit on here, so you can't really do a head swap. You can just swap one head. That's sort of loose. But yeah, this one you can put on, which I think looks pretty good. Not as good as the original. Maybe it looks better, not quite sure. But you do lose articulation with this one. Let's try and get that in. It's a bit hard to pop in for this one, because I was doing the wrong way around. Okay, there. It's quite cool, but not as good as the default head. And his body popped off again, so that's one of the downsides there. Okay. So it is a nice set. I do like that a lot. And it's relatively cheap, so I paid in, if I was to convert to English pounds, this was probably around about, what, £8.50, £9, something like that. It's a very good set. Okay, so Smash Toys signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. I catch you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting, check out the Patreon. Bye-bye.